What's going on, 49er faithful, 49er fan, 49er gang? This is your boy 49er Dion here, back with another video. So definitely hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so I can, and turn on the post notifications so I can keep you up to date on any and everything San Francisco 49ers. With that being said, let's get right on into it, man. This was a really hard game to watch. It truthfully was, because the biggest issue that we had in this game was there was just no offense whatsoever. What up, Jay? What's going on, Matt? Yeah, I agree with you on that one. So it's real hard, man. Extremely hard for us to keep losing these games like this when we shouldn't. And I am convinced that Robert Saleh hasn't gotten the memo. I am now convinced that Kyle Shanahan is throwing football games. And I'll tell you why. I watched this game and I talked with John D the whole time. We just watching these plays, man, bit by bit. I was keeping him up to date because he was working and everything. It really is driving me absolutely insane watching Nick. What's going on, John? Watching Nick just make these random mistakes, man. And I'm really tired of the defense busting their ass and our offense giving them nothing. KB dropped several balls today. You know what I'm saying? Ayuk dropped a few. Jeff dropped one. Yeah, just horrible game. And, as a defense, you go out there, you give your all, you bust your ass, and you get nothing in return. Your offense does nothing for you. And see, I'm one of those people, I'm glad this is why I probably was never built to play football, because I'd be pissed. Because if I'm out there on defense and I'm doing my job and I'm consistently making sure you get the ball back and y'all ain't doing it, I'm going to look at you and go, man, what the fuck is y'all doing? Make something happen. Do anything. But something. This is just, we can't do nothing, man. And let me show you the drives. This is exactly how this works, man. First drive, punt, for the 49ers. Washington, punt. Next drive, 49ers, punt. Washington, missed field goal. Next drive for the 49ers. TD. Next drive for Washington, punt. 49ers, punt. Washington, punt. You see where I'm going with this? Washington, field goal. 49ers, fumble. Washington, field goal. Next drive, punt. Next drive, interception. Next drive, fumble return for a touchdown. Washington goes up. Next drive for the 49ers, punt. Washington goes into the half. Second quarter, Washington, field goal. 49ers, punt. Washington, punt. Interception for a touchdown. Washington goes up 23-7. Touchdown, 49ers. Then punt, 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 punt. Turnover on downs, punt, end of game. You get where I'm going here? We had all those opportunities to win this game and took advantage of none of them. That makes absolutely no sense. You see what I'm saying? Let me just tell y'all, this is what really pisses me off is the defense did everything. The only offensive points scored by them were on field goals, people. There were no offensive touchdowns scored by the Washington football team in any way, shape, or form. None. So it drives me absolutely insane that this is happening. Y'all give me a second, man. I'm taking this with me. I am not about to let my pizza burn. But that's what I'm saying, man. This is just, the defense plays stellar. You know what I'm saying? And we can't stop anything, under the sun to be able to allow them to, be able to reap the rewards, reap the benefits At least. At a bare minimum, we could go out there and score some points to, tell the defense, hey, we appreciate what you're doing out here. Because I can tell you right now, if I was a defense, I feel very unappreciated. Very unappreciated. For you to have, let me just go through how many drives we had. And this is what's killing me. Okay, we scored 15 fucking points. 15. And let me just go through as many drives, because this is the thing. The consistency is what kills you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. 7, 8, 9. We had 9 possessions in the first half alone, and we only 7, 9 possessions in the first half, and all we had was 7 points. The second half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had 16 possessions and scored 15 damn points. Hey, Mariah, how you doing? 16 possessions, 15 points. With the wizard that is Kyle Shanahan. That don't make no sense. That makes absolutely no sense at all. And guys, let me tell you something. We ain't drafting no quarterback. We ain't gonna have a pick high enough to get one of the ones that we want, unless one of them happens to fall to us, which is going to be extremely rare. I had us at least beating the Washington football team and the Cowboys. Now I just figured, fuck it. What killed me was I'm watching the game with John V, and John V can tell you in the chat. Yeah, exactly. Where is the genius Kyle NorCal faithful? I agree with you. Where is he? I'm watching it, and you know what kills me? Nick is making all these mistakes. He had screwed up so much by halftime. Me and John are both thinking CJ will probably be in during after the half. If Kyle puts Nick in and lets him continue to play, he's throwing the season. And I think he is. I really think Kyle is just giving up. He said, fuck it, you know what? We're just going to do what we can. And if we win, we win. If we lose, we lose. Who cares? Kyle, McGlinchey ain't got no dog in him. He ain't got no fight. McGlinchey's trash. You know what I'm saying? That blatant hold on Montez Sweat after KB finally caught a ball and got off. That's what I'm saying. The receivers didn't do Nick Mullins any favors by dropping the ball like they did. The run game was all but non-existent. You know what I'm saying? And the sad part was the line was actually playing fairly well. I'm not going to blame the line for it. You have some great pass rushers on the other side. Kerrigan, Sweat, Chase Young ate us alive all fucking night. The one play Justin School's ass was in there. The one play that Justin School was left in there along with Chase Young. Chase Young backs off like he's going into coverage and then just sprints right past his big ass. It's not gonna work, man. This ain't gonna work. And that's the thing, man. They didn't score an offensive touchdown. The touchdowns scored were on defense, people. There was a pick six twice. That you can't have that. You can't. This shit is an atrocity, bro. When you look at this just from a statistical standpoint, man, it was a horrible ass game. You know what I'm saying? Nick Mullins, 25 of 45, 200 yards, and hold up. All right. Nick Mullins, 25 of 65, 25 of 45, 260 yards, 5.8 yards per throw, a TD, a TD, an interception, and 4 sacks. That total combined loss of 24 yards. As a team, we carried the ball 27 times. So you mean to tell me there were more throws than there were passed. And Kyle Shanahan, being the wizard that he is, technically speaking, is supposed to be this run first, pass second kind of guy. You didn't try to get the run game going in any way, shape, or form. You barely even got it going. If you did, we had 108 yards total. He was averaging 4.6 yards a carry. I don't know why he wasn't in the game more. He was healthy. He was out there. He was fine. Shit, you had TC on fucking special teams, and every single time that Mitch Wishnowsky punted that ball, who was the first person right there standing there looking at the return? Tevin fucking Coleman. So this is just getting bad, man. You know, you don't have the option to be able to draft a quarterback because you don't have a high enough pick. So the first thing that you need to do in the draft, honestly, is you need to start building this O line and get yourself a DB. Because with the way Jason Verrett is playing, somebody's gonna throw a ton of money at him that we just can't match, and he's gonna be an unrestricted free agent that we just cannot pay. Richard Sherman's already made it clear he ain't staying because he want to go where the money at. And once again, guys, I don't knock people for getting their bread. You know, the NFL stands for not for long, so you got to get your cake while you can. So I can dig it, but this is an atrocity. You know, we had a total of 108 yards rushing. Now, them on the other hand, they didn't have a run game. They had a total of 28 yards rushing. Why? Because our defense was playing fucking out of their minds. They had 108 yards passing, people. 108. The most yards they had receiving by one person was Logan Thomas, and he only had a total of 43 yards. The defense is balling with just backups, people. Backups. You know what I'm saying? And that's ridiculous. For receiving, Brandon Ayuk, 10 catches, 119 yards on 16 targets. KB, 7 targets. He caught 3 balls and he dropped the other 4. 3 catches, 42 yards, 14 yards a catch. Richie, 3 catches, 33 yards. Ross Dwelley, 2 for 20. Juice, 2 for 15 and a TD. You know what I'm saying? Jeff Wilson, 1 for 13. Jordan Reed, 2 for 13. You see where I'm going here? We're not even trying. Like, we're not implementing the weapons that we have. Debo, first damn end around run that we have, he goes out of the game with a fucking hamstring. We had a couple other guys go down, but we don't have to worry about them because they all came back to the game. The only person I didn't see out for the rest of the game was Fred, and I think he most likely probably just had a concussion. Because at first he was grabbing up here like this, and me and John were freaking out because we were praying to God it wasn't a collarbone. But this is an atrocity. It's pathetic. This makes absolutely no sense. How our offense can be this trash. I'm sorry, like, you can't tell me that Kyle Shanahan is this ultimate wizard, quarterback whisperer, all this shit. I don't want to hear none of that. You know why? Because Kyle's not setting us up for success by any stretch of the imagination. You know, and to me, I feel like at this point, we're out of the playoffs. So just now Debo needs an they're going to give him an MRI to make sure nothing's wrong. But then at the end of the day, that's good. NorCal Faithful 77, God damn it, you listen. There was a report. Let me put this shit up there for everybody to see. NorCal 77 says we need to trust our scouts. These bust draft picks are picked by the coaches. There was a article out when John and Kyle first got there that they were not listening to the scouts and they were making their own picks. The scouts said they didn't like Solomon Thomas for what we were doing, the scheme we were running in any way, shape, or form. They picked him anyway. These scouts will tell you, hey, look, this dude's going to work. This dude's not going to work. Hey, this is what you want to use him for. This ain't going to work. This will work. This is the guy for this. You have to trust your scouts. There was at least 4 or 5 scouts that said they worked for the 49ers automatically and said that. You know what I'm saying? Automatically said that right off the bat. But look at what you're doing. We out here killing ourselves, man. And the defense balling out. So now you're going to lose your defensive coordinator to a head coaching job next year. I can guarantee you that much. You're going to lose him. Salah's gone. Most likely to Detroit. Because they need a head coach. They're going to turn that defense around in Detroit, and he's going to be over there chilling, doing whatever he's doing, making picks and making things work. And that's just going to be it. And we're screwed otherwise. You see what I'm saying? We're screwed. But we can't. You got to be smarter with your picks, and you got to be smarter about the game plan. This shit was an atrocity. The offense looked like trash the whole time. This was pathetic. We should never have been in this position. You cannot have 16 offensive possessions and muster 15 fucking points. How do you do that? It doesn't make sense. I mean, good God. Is it the fact that Weston Richburg is that fucking vital? Pick his broke ass up off of the goddamn IR and tell him to get on the fucking field. Paying him all the goddamn money, man. And I really, and I have to agree with you, John. I cannot accept a coach that tanks. Because he's obviously tanking, man. Any other time, Kyle would have threw CJ ass in there within a heartbeat because he drafted CJ. He wanted CJ to be this dynamic quarterback. He saw something in CJ. Oh, he's this, he's that. But CJ, your third string quarterback, and he's still on the bench, and he's supposed to have the best deep ball out of all 3 of your quarterbacks. Do not put George or Jimmy on this field. Period. Tell they asses to stay at home. Season is over. Let it go. We ain't making the playoffs. Unless by some freak of nature run, everybody in our way decides to lose, and we decide to win, which is not going to happen, because we obviously just don't want to win. Because our defense keeps going out there playing their hearts out, giving us every opportunity to win, and we keep losing. It's not humanly possible to have 15 possessions and muster 16 possessions and muster 50. That's a point per possession. You can't even score a point in the National Football League. Your one that you score is after you score 6. You scored 6, 3, or 2. The one is a +1. Those are the only things you scored. Do not put anybody that's on. Don't even bring them back. Play with the backup. Fuck it. Let it happen. Because there's no way that we should have lost this game. Look at the offensive output for the Washington football team. Alex Smith, 8 out of 19, 57 yards and an interception. And he got sacked. Dwayne Haskins, 7 out of 12, 51 yards. No TDs, no interception. He got sacked. J.D. McKissick, 11 carries, 68 yards. You know, Peyton Barber, 12 carries, 37 yards, and 98 yards rushing. You see what I'm saying? Total passing yards. Total was 95. 95 yards passing is what we allow. I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about this defense ever. And as hard as I've been on Salah because of his, I have to agree. I'm very happy that Tony Oden is here because he switched things up and he's helped with our defensive backs because that's where we were lacking. But we can't do anything. Jimmy Ward thought he had an interception. I started to give him credit. They did the replay. I had to snatch my credit right back. No, Jimmy, you don't have hands. And you never had and you never will. Because there's too many times the interception hit your ass right in the hands and you just, damn. Oh, God. I mean, this is just pathetic. And it pains me because I watch these games because I'm a fan and I can't stop watching. It's like an addiction. And I love my team so much, and I hate to watch them go out there and just lay an egg every fucking week. And it's really pathetic, man. This is just. Don't tell me the Kyle quarterback whisper is a fucking thing. Because even when Jimmy was in there, it wasn't like we was looking spectacular. If Deebo has anything, if he has a hamstring, just leave him alone. Don't bring him back. Whoever out there, just play with whoever. We'll play with the Boat River Craycraft and Richie and Ayuk as long as he can stay healthy. Hopefully he starts catching the ball, and KB. Hopefully he doesn't drop any, and that's all we can do. You know, I was telling, I was talking to John the whole time, man, and I was saying to him, hell, man, shit, Crabtree ain't on nobody's squad. If there's one thing you can know about Michael Crabtree, the guy's got sure hands. You don't have to worry about that. You know, we just this shit is just an atrocity, man. You know, and that was the other thing. If there's one thing to be taken away from this game, Chase Young is a fucking man child. That man destroyed us all goddamn night long. He killed us. So for the Washington football team, John Bostic, 10 tackles. Cole Holcomb, 8 tackles. You know what I'm saying? John Bostic has a pass defense. Cameron Curl's got a pass defense. You know what I'm saying? Chase Young, 6 tackles. You know, and two pass defense. The man had 2 tackles for a loss and a sack. I'm sorry, he had 1 tackle for a loss and a sack. He had 2 QB hits. Montez Sweat, 5 tackles, 1 tackle for a loss, 1 sack, 2 TFLs. You know what I'm saying? Deron Payne, 5 tackles, a pass defense. Ronald Darby, 2 passes defense. Ryan Kerrigan, another pass defense. Everybody was just knocking down balls. That's basically what was happening. The defense was just all over the field, man. And this is exactly what happened, man. 4 sacks. Young, Sweat, Deron Payne, and Pierre Lewis. And he went out the game later in the game, you know. But anytime he scored, Chase Young was on the sidelines. When he was on the field, we wasn't doing shit. For us, what happened? Greenlaw had to take over at Mike because Fred went down. So you got him in 7 tackles, 2 TFLs. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Ward with 7 tackles. You know, Kinlaw with a TFL. Deion Jordan with a sack. Jordan Willis with a sack. You know, these are the things that were just happening, man. You know, JV had a pick. So this is what's going on, man. And you got to think about it, man. Mitch Wish had action tonight. Mitch Wisnowski punted 9 fucking times. 9. That man tallied on his leg 411 yards. The man averaged 45.7 yards a punt. You don't ever in your life as a coach want your punter to tally 411 yards punting. That's 4 football fields worth of punting. What the fuck? This is. I am trying my best not to break down right now. What's happening, Roy Boy? But Chase Young is an absolute fucking monster. That young man was all over the field. He killed everybody. With 16 possessions and you muster 15 points, your offense is just inept. That's not. And your defense literally held their offense to 9 points. Come on, man. This is pathetic. And it's all on Kyle. I don't know what this next game holds, but the Cowboys just won today. Beat up Cincinnati pretty handily. And they're probably going to whoop our ass too. And out of all games, we don't need to lose to the Cowboys. Not them. Not the Cowboys. This can't work. And nothing worked in our favor. Nothing. Because Seattle beat the shit out of the Jets. The Cardinals found a way to win. And I'm 100% sure I don't think the Rams played yet. But let me double check. I don't remember if the Rams played or not. But let's see here. Yeah, and the Rams beat the Patriots. Yeah, so this doesn't look good. You know, what would I have called in this game? Oh, we would have established that run one way or another. We would have established that run. I am sorry. Nick Mullins is not throwing the ball 45 fucking times. I'm not doing it. Nick Mullins will throw the ball a total of 20 to 30, if that. I am running that ball down your motherfucking throat. That's what I'm doing. 4th and 1, you don't want to go for it? Why? Your defense has been doing everything you need to do. Go for it. It's a yard. Bring Juice in. Bring Dwelly in. Set up a package that doesn't show up a legal formation and make sure that you run the ball outside the numbers. Do not run up in the gut because it doesn't fucking work. How you doing, Cynthia? Mullins, pick 6. You see what I'm saying? Like Kyle doesn't make the right decisions. He needs, me and John agreed on it, and I agree 100%. He needs an offensive coordinator. He needs a different play caller. He does not know what he's doing with these play calls. I'm so sorry. Yes, this was a very bad game for Nick Mullins, but it's Kyle. Kyle's gotta go, man. And I don't mean like go as a head coach, but he's got to go as the play caller. His decisions are just it screams I don't want to win, and I'm okay with losing, and that's not cool. We are Niner fans. We're very prideful. I don't want to watch a losing team. I watch because I'm a faithful, and it really means something to me. Ever since I was a kid, man, I had people that used to teach me about fanhood and how you ride or die with your team. I'm a Bulls fan for basketball. So you know that I have struggled through some years. Since even then, it wasn't until Derrick Rose came along that we actually looked like something. You know what I'm saying? I just I don't know what to do. I'm really struggling trying to figure out why the fuck our so-called offensive wizard is just inept. He just doesn't give a fuck. You know, and I mean, I get it. Like, you want to lose, but you're not going nowhere. The Jets ain't winning no games. You know what I'm saying? I became a Bulls fan in the I'm an '80s baby, man. I was born in '81. I became a Bulls fan because I saw Michael Jordan dunk a basketball, and I thought it was the most spectacular fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. So MJ was my guy. He's still my guy. I've only owned one pair of Jordans just because the era I grew up in, Jordans to get your ass whooped to get you shot. So I never bought any. I only owned one pair because somebody got them for me as a gift when I was in like junior high school. But it's a hard sell, man, right now looking at Kyle and thinking that he's the dude. I understand that you may need your quarterback to do certain things, but as a coach of any sport, you play to the people's strengths. When I ran track, I was not always the anchor. You know why? Because there may have been somebody faster than me, or they may have put me into a position that would make it advantageous for us. My track coach played to our strengths. I ran sprints. My track coach didn't have me out there running fucking hurdles. I ran the one and the two, the 4x1 and the 4x2. My coach did not have me running the 4x4 because I'll be gassed out before I get to 300. Like it doesn't like you as a coach, you figure out what your quarterback does best and you let them do that. You know Nick Mullins is not the best thrower of the fucking football, so why are you having him throw the ball 45 fucking times? It's unrealistic to think of me as a head coach, Matt. But I mean, I can tell you this, I would have made a lot of changes. I get really frustrated just based on the fact of watching the stupidity just run rampant. And it kills you to be a diehard fan of a squad and watch that squad just purposely lose games and know that they have no shot at getting the QB that they want. And I agree with you, Sam. Me and John have said, I mean, we all know they're trying to get a quarterback, but who? Who are you going to draft? And I'm going to tell you right now, whoever you draft, let's play devil's advocate. Let's say they do draft a quarterback. You need to let go of C.J. Beathard and you need to let go of Nick Mullins because you cannot carry 4 quarterbacks into a season. Trey Lance is nice, but Trey Lance ain't NFL ready, and he is not ready for the complications of a Kyle Shanahan offense. I can guarantee you that. He just is not. His offense is extremely complicated. Very, very complicated. I think I heard Chris Sims say that Kyle's got at least 14 different calls for one play. Hey, what's happening, Ronnie? I ain't seen you in a minute. How you doing? So I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I can tell you this: if they want the quarterback that they feel is going to be best, then they're going to have to go up to go get him. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't like Zach Wilson. And the reason I don't like Zach Wilson because he ain't playing no damn body. And Zach Wilson has all the time in the world to stand in the pocket. In the NFL, you do not have that kind of time to stand in the pocket to make those throws. And with the way that with the injury luck that we have, or the offensive line will be shuffling and shifting. And I can guarantee you, if you think you're gonna stand in that pocket all day, Zach Wilson, and throw that ball, you have a whole other thing coming. There will be rushers. People will get through, and they will come to you. It's not humanly possible that you're gonna have 10, 12, 15 seconds because you know what did happen? Nick had a lot of time tonight. There were several plays that me and John both looked at where, the dude had almost anywhere between 6 to 10 seconds to get the ball out. That's not, you can't do that. That's way too much time. There's got to be a DB out there gas trying to chase somebody. But no, not with Nick. There were still times where couldn't complete the ball. So we have to figure out what's going to happen next year, and that's what we're going to have to start looking forward to because this season is gone. It's over. I'll watch the rest of the games as a fan. I'm going to try my best not to get worked up, and I know I'm lying to myself when I say that because I'm a diehard fan, man, and I want us to win. I don't want us to lose, But the only thing I can see, and honestly, and I'll give you a reason why Dak is not just a game manager, Matthew. The issue is Dak has never had an offensive coordinator put him in the right spot. Jason Garrett was trash. I think Dak and Kyle will be a good marriage. At least that's just my opinion. I think it would be great if you had Dak in there because Dak can move. He's not a stationary target. The man can run if he needs to. And at the same time, he's a great passer. One thing is, you don't go game to game with Dak like you do with Jimmy. With Jimmy, you get good Jimmy, you get bad Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, crap. I don't know what's going on the stream. There we go. With Dak, you get Dak. He's going to be the same Dak every game. He doesn't have bad games. And the one thing about Dak is he's an Iron Man. He doesn't miss games. He missed a practice the whole time he was there. That was it. So if that man walks free and we can cut Jimmy and go get him, I say do it. Because if you cut him, I think it's a $4.2 million cap hit. You're not losing too much money. You have enough money to give Dak what he wants, and you got a quarterback for the next 4 years. And you've got a window to be able to get the Super Bowl rolling. And you think about it, you come back healthy with the right people, you figure out what you're going to do. If anything, you can cut Jimmy Garoppolo. I say this, and I'm going to tell you this. You can cut Mike McGlinchey and cut your losses now and kick Daniel Brunskill out to right tackle. You can even keep Ben Garland cheap and make him your center. You don't need Weston Richburg. Richburg obviously can't stay healthy. And then, honestly, you just have to find the right guard. And you say, forget it, and just let Colton McKivitz be that guy. He's learning now. He's getting the experience. It's garbage time. It's not like we're going to put someone else in. God forbid they keep Tom fucking Compton with his worthless ass. So I can say I get what you're saying, Mariah. We don't know Dak after this injury. But what I'll say is if the man looks good and if he's moving right and everything checks out and we can medically clear him, I'd rather deal with him than anybody else. I don't want no parts of Sam Darnold. I don't want no parts of Matt Stafford. Reason is because Matt Stafford has a bad back. And a bad back never goes away. Look at Jalen Hurts. He couldn't even take a fucking flight to the Super Bowl because they didn't want to re-aggravate the shit. You know, and most of these QBs in the draft, you take a flyer on a QB you don't know. You really don't. You're just taking a chance on the guy. And you hope and pray that this guy is who you think he is. You don't know, but you're not going to always draft a Russell Wilson. You're not going to always draft a Tom Brady. You're not going to always find a Joe Montana. You know, you're not going to luck out and get a Patrick Mahomes. So for me, I can tell you this. I think that Dak Prescott, and from what I hear, he is ahead of schedule. I think he gives us a better chance because he's so much more accurate. And if you let that man build continuity with the likes of George Kittle, Brandon Ayuk, a healthy Deebo Samuel, you know what I'm saying? And if we somehow get a healthy Jordan Reed, if we can piece together an offense and make sure that the offensive line is working well, game is over. Super Bowl window opens right back up. We just need to find a valid edge rusher. There's a lot of things that we have to do, but that's for another time. But I appreciate you guys taking the time out to listen to me rant and go insane over a season that's already over, but I can't help it. When you're a diehard fan, you just get upset. I think that's why I was saying, John, we got to medically clear him. Like, he has to be cleared. Like, I want him to be able to honestly have full clearance that says he's healthy, he's ready to go. We can see him work out a little bit, work him around. And if we know he's a dude, at that point, chuck the deuces to Jimmy, and you move on into Dak. You give Dak a 4-year deal, and you give him whatever he wants. Why? Because the man can win, and he stays healthy year in and year. This is the first year that man has gotten injured, and that happened on a free play. You know, but then again, we have such a crazy injury bug around here. I don't know if we want him in because he might get covered injury prone here. But you know, it's hard, man. It's really hard. Um, but yeah, Ronnie, we have 41 free agents, ladies and gentlemen, 41 next year. So believe me, cleaning house is already going to happen. And once the season is over, oh, believe you me, man, I'm gonna give y'all at least like a good hour, maybe even an hour and a half. I might even link up with some of my other people. You know, I might link up with Dre and Bronze from Niners All Day. I might see if Rombo wants to do something. You know, get with my guys from the Shank Club, like to talk free agency and what we can do and who we can try to get to figure out what we got to do to be able to start winning ball games. Because this shit is not. This ain't it. It's pretty pathetic that we are struggling like this. But I guess the other thing on the bright spot is, oh yeah, definitely starting with McGlinchey. Get him the fuck out of here. It's trash. I'd cut him in a heartbeat. Let him finish out the season. I wouldn't tell him a damn thing. And he'd come in and, hey Mike, we appreciate you. But we're moving in another direction. That's it. Just how you do it. It's as polite as you can be. There's nothing else you can really say. But once again, man, thank y'all for letting me take up almost 45 minutes of your time tonight. Appreciate everybody for tuning in once again. The Patreon is there. If you do want to support the channel, if not, I just appreciate y'all watching and listening. You know what I'm saying, with me. I'll drop this in here real quick. And there it is. I put that in there. It's if you want to go to that Patreon and support, whatever you give, doesn't matter. I don't care whether it's $1, $2, it don't matter. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Patreon.com/Niner Gang Podcast. I do this because I love it. I do it because I'm a diehard Niner fan. I'm a true faithful. And at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that, you know, we got to speak on all the time. And I like to keep you guys updated and abreast of things. Thank y'all for tuning in. To everybody who came in, Jay, Sin, Ronnie, John B, always here with me, man. That's become like a good friend of mine, like a brother. And when this COVID shit is over, I plan on actually meeting that dude and shaking his hand. He's a really, really good human being. Mariah, Matt, as always, man, you are definitely one of my diehards, bro. You keep me going. I appreciate everybody here. Thank y'all so much for taking the time out to watch. I'm going to eat some pizza, get my rest and relaxation on, and decompress from this disastrous 16 possession, 15-point game. 16 possessions, 15 points, guys. Oh my goodness. Hey, Matt, I appreciate that, brother. I really do, man. I gotta throw that up there real quick, man. You know, yeah, John V, give me the third in the back, call me the GOAT. I can appreciate that, brother. Yeah, have a good evening, man. Everybody stay safe. Everybody stay blessed. Have a good evening, and please, if you can, and you have the opportunity to spend time with your loved ones during Christmas, please do so. Do not let this virus deter you from being with your family during the holiday season. It is a must. If you do not have family, find people that you look at like family and spend time with them. You know, we got to stick together during these crazy ass times and during this bullshit. And a lot of the times, another person will lift you up. Have faith. You know what I'm saying? That God will be able to guide you no matter what God you pray to. You know what I'm saying? But y'all have a good evening. Thank y'all for watching. I'm out.